Okay, we're live now, probably. You said to wait like 6 seconds, and it's been like 6 seconds.
Hey, yeah, it worked. I can tell because somehow it got unmuted.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
It's us.
So I'm gonna come out swinging. Did you know that compound bows were invented after man was in space?
Really?
Yeah.
Which one's a compound?
It makes my head hurt a little.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's weird that that wasn't figured out sooner, I guess. Because, like, we've had pulleys for a long time.
Yeah, but for a compound bow, you need a material that's flexible enough and also stiff enough, so...
Technically, you can do it with wood, though.
Yeah, but...
Like, it doesn't have to be composite materials.
It's just, you know,
just
much longer. I'm assuming that it's like... They could have made it, but, like, it probably would have, like, not been worth it.
Yeah. Next thing to like just immediately out the gates. We didn't know about dinosaurs at all until 1824. Just like dinosaurs didn't exist before then, basically. To the human consciousness.
That's wild.
George Washington didn't know that dinosaurs existed.
So, in the 1800s or so, that's when Satan put the dinosaurs to fluid?
Correct, yeah. Well, science has gotten to a point where, you know, Satan realized that he could fool us by putting dinosaurs in the ground.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs have been in the news a lot recently, actually.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, because they've been found like a whole bunch of new things about T-Rexes that I have not read the articles for and only skimmed the titles. So, everything that I say now is fact, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm about to say. There was something like 10 million T-Rexes at one point on the Earth, like at the same time.
I don't really know numbers that well, I'll be honest.
There's currently just over 7 billion.
Oh yeah, so we're almost
I heard the T-Rex fact, and I'm pretty sure it's actually supposed to be 10 million total, and about 20,000 at a time.
Okay. See, well,
here,
I'm gonna go with my previous statement because
yeah, you may have
he didn't listen to the part where everything I say is true in this.
Yeah.
So
I like how he
Pierre.
just came in to say that and then disappeared again.
Oh wow, okay.
Thanks, Pierre.
Also, viewers of any like podcast could just like appear in the live stream whenever they wanted to just tell the streamer, actually, I think this.
Oh, that's horrifying. I hate that topic.
Yeah.
Is that why you do your podcast when I'm at work?
Yes. Oh. Oh yeah, and the vast majority of those were in North America. And also, apparently, humans could, like, if they were still around, humans could outwalk them. Like you don't have to outrun a T-Rex, apparently. You can just walk away from it swiftly and get away from it.
But I guess that makes sense, because humans were probably not a T-Rex's main source of food, or probably second or third or
what
fourth.
is it?
Like other dinos.
Which I guess are also slower than molasses?
Yeah. That's my assumption, is that they are also fairly slow. Especially, like, when herbivores actually could fuck you up, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know that the best dinosaur is the Ankylosaurus. Build like a tank and it'll fuck up your knees.
Not be a dinosaur.
My favorite is the Velociraptor because it's basically just a chicken. Just like a scary chicken.
You mean just a chicken? Chickens are evil.
Oh, they are, but they don't have front claws to kill you with.
I guess we'll wait until Tim shows up so we can do the answers. I did find some Reddit threads or Reddit subreddits.
Okay.
That why they exist. Well, I do, but I guess they're kind of niche, unique ones. One that I know you'll love is r/bad UI battles.
That already sounds good. That's like the bad is this like the people competing to make like bad volume sliders or like the phone number thing where
Correct.
you have to just plus or minus until you get to your phone number? Like plus or minus a 10-digit number?
Yeah, basically.
That's the best.
So yeah, it's just a community of people designing intentionally bad UIs. And they're horrible.
Yes.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, oh, she's on it right now.
It's honestly like one of my favorite concepts because it's like learning the dumb things to do in that like is a great way to learn like how to build UIs. It's just like, okay, what is the worst way I could make this UI? Good. Now that I've thought about that, what can I do to make this good instead of that?
There's a registration page where you insert one at a time, lowercase, oh yeah. You have a button for the username. Insert lowercase, insert uppercase, or clear. And that's it. And when you hit insert lowercase, it creates a new drop down of all 26 characters. You scroll down to the one character you want, and then you click insert lowercase again, and it locks it in. If you mess anything up, you have to clear it all and start over again. Also on it, date of birth is password goes through the same thing. Actually no. Password allows you to insert a character code. So you have to insert the ASCII code for the character, and then you can press the button, and it adds that in. Date of birth is on a slider. For year, month, and day.
I was hoping it was a slider for like one slider for all of them. Like you just have to slide
Yeah,
until you
me
find
too.
your full birthday.
The phone number has 9 buttons for it. It's shuffle digit 1, shuffle digit 2, shuffle digit 3, and it just, when you hit shuffle digit 1, it just randomly generates a number.
But why is
And
it
that's-
only 9? Phone
That's a
numbers
good
are
question.
10.
Yeah.
I think they just didn't do that. Solve captcha a button, and you just have to. It creates a random captcha that's apparently like really random. And then you can register.
I really like the one that's can't close your text editor. Here's a good alternative. And like every 5 seconds it asks if you want to close the text editor.
Good.
It pop up like in the middle of the
Mhm.
screen, so you can't affect anything else until you interact with it. And then the other subreddit I found was r/fieldnuts. And
Is that
it's a-
FEELED?
No, FIELD.
Thank goodness. But also, it would be very funny if it was field.
Yeah, I field the nuts. This is a place for fans and enthusiasts of field notes and other notebooks or pen-related goods. And it's just posts of people posting their like little notebooks.
And it's called Field Notes?
Field nuts. So they're nuts about field notes. There's I don't understand how it has 3,000 plus members and like daily posts
That's wild.
from different people. Like scrolling over this, I think I found no, I don't recognize any duplicate posts from people. So there's one.
Oh, so Field Notes is a specific brand of notebook.
Yeah, but this isn't even just field notes though. It's other notebooks and related things. So I just
Why would you tell me about this?
I'd actually been looking for this because this subreddit is at one point Reddit does this thing where it's like, hey, you might be interested in and I wasn't at all. I'm usually not. But there was one of the posts my favorite. So one of the posts, yes, was about how there is a yarn company that uses the national parks covers of field notes as inspiration. The company dye their yarn. So, and I had seen this, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll show that to Kristin. I could never find it again.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's. Those are the two that I found that I like.
Why is it around? Yeah, right.
I'm probably not gonna subscribe. It's probably still at work.
trying to find a website to help. Apparently not. I hate when I click on a site and it just doesn't take me to the thing I was. There we go. How y'all been doing? We came in hot, so.
I mean, that's good. It's good that someone does. I've been doing pretty well.
That's good.
Finally recovering from that time on vacation. And then she had like problems with her foot. So that was all within 2 weeks.
Well, my lot of colors eyes. I think and so far. I
have to wake up at 2 a.m. to be able to go. Potentially. So.
Is this like a normal schedule for you now, or is there just a thing happening that you have to be there early for?
It's probably my new Friday schedule.
Fuck that.
So, we'll see.
Yep.
It's like $13 for one of these notebooks. Can they show a picture of something other than the covers? Like, what are the pages like?
You can see that on the site, so.
I am on the site, but I didn't want to play a video because it might have sound. Sound. Oh.
Showing a grid load layout. Ugh.
Gotcha.
Like, not graphic paper grid, but like.
Bullet journal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, that's graphic paper grid.
Alright, well, it's time to introduce my new segment.
Of course,
Called
you have a new segment.
How to be cool. Because, take it from us, we know how to be cool. We know the tip-top ways of not sounding cray-cray. So, every couple weeks we'll
John, that did
take
not sound
a
very
little bit of
casual
time.
of you.
We'll take a little bit of time to teach you the new hip slang that people are using.
That sounds sus. Among Us.
Way cool, dude.
Way
So, to help us in this, we're going to use, for this week at least, a very handy Huffington Post from 2013 saying, what were young people saying?
This was a Huffington Post post?
Yes. This was a Huffington Post. So from 2015 about what these kids are saying. So here's what I'll say a term, and you tell me what it means. Soup.
Soup?
Soup.
Spell it?
S-O-O-F. Oh, I guess you're just not cool enough.
None of us are.
It means swear on our friendship.
No one has ever sworn on that. When they say kids, do they mean 8-year-olds? Or anime person?
No.
Aren't they the same?
Well, it depends, because anime protagonists look...
Are frequently 8-year-olds?
They're always like 12 to 14, but they either look 8 or 30.
Yeah. Alright, well, we all know cray cray, so I'm gonna skip that one.
It means crayons, right? Crayola crayons? Cray cray?
Crayola crayons is what it stands for. That's exactly right. The next one on this list is salty. What would that mean?
Well, only one of us here has gone by salty.
Salty con? I don't remember any of us going by
Oh no,
salty con.
I was on Discord, I was salty con for a little bit. After Stephanie said it to me because I was mad about slang, he was like, don't be a salty con. And I was just like, what the fuck? How did you destroy me?
Nice.
It's actually pretty great.
It is.
Yeah.
Alright. Turn up. Turn up.
It's like go party or
That's the thing with Animal Crossing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it means getting loose.
I didn't know we were required to define slang with other slang.
Alright, Dom, swerve.
God, I actually have heard that one and I've never fully understood it because I've never been like, no, it's just that's one of those that I'm like, yeah, I'm almost certain this was derived from like AAVE, and I am not of the demographic to use that, so I'm not going to try.
Alright, well, by the way, this is HuffingtonPost.California.
Oh.
What year is this,
Or
by
not,
the way?
Not that California. Dot Canadian. My bad. 2013, I said?
Okay.
Does this mean like to stop?
According to Canadian teenagers, several meanings.
Yeah, well, they're probably trolling. If a fucking HuffPo person came to my house to ask me what swerve meant, there's no way I would give them a real answer.
No, not a chance.
It can mean telling something away, or it could be replacement for the word swag, or if you're using game to win something.
If you're using game?
Yeah.
So, again, using some more, slang to explain other slang.
Of course. Alright. Next is, Kristin. Dead.
Oh, it means funny.
Yeah.
Most
Exactly.
of my... I know a lot of people who use dead.
It follows the standard rules of, like, bomb. Good.
I've never heard someone say dead in that way.
Because it's like, I'm dying of laughing, and now it's just, I'm dead.
Yeah, but like, okay, I've heard I'm dead, but not the word dead to mean something is good. I've never been like, oh damn, that game is dead. To mean like, oh, that game is dope.
Well, it doesn't mean the game is dope, it means it's
funny.
something is funny, and you wouldn't use it to describe something like a game. It would be like, yeah, Stephanie called me Salty Kong, and we're like, dead.
Okay.
It's really funny that Stephanie called you Salty Kong.
See, whenever I hear that, I always assumed that it was I'm dead, but we've just shortened it by taking out a word, but that phrase is not a sentence in and of itself.
Kristen's proving that she's
Cooler than Dom.
That, you've never had to try hard
Yes.
for that.
I'm really not, though.
Alright. Here. Brand new slang. Hashtag.
It's not slang. It's just a thing. Here's some new slang. Kitchen counter.
That's
What
you're
does it
gonna say?
mean?
Wow. Wow. Hashtag not in the know.
Yeah, you just described the thing. I'm not slang.
Meet the octavore.
Waffle.
Hey, you killed it this time.
Yeah. You're leveled up. So I gotta bring you. You said to put things on the list if I had anything. You didn't say to message you about it. You said put it on the list if I think of anything. So I thought you would check the list to see if I thought of anything.
Yeah, but I thought you would have messaged me to say that you added something to the list.
No, because you said to add it to the list.
Alright, Kristen.
Hmm.
What is down?
Oh. Well, I mean, there are many things that down could be. I'm gonna figure it's like willing, like I'm down for that.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna write a funny message.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Alright.
I could be a cool Canadian teen 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
What about wheeling and dealing? It's had many meanings over the years, but what does it mean to a Canadian teen?
Probably
2013. He said he was dead.
Ah. Already.
Yeah, well, I'm out here wheeling and dealing. Depending on what
Nope.
So it's not driving around dealing darts.
It means that you're in a relationship with someone.
That's never been a thing.
Not, but you're not boyfriend or girlfriend. You're in a relationship, just without that specifically.
So you're talking to them.
Yeah. Well,
You're
and
shopping
they can
around.
see. Yeah. Right.
Well, I disagree. I think it could be said that Dom is in a relationship with someone, but not necessarily using the label boyfriend and girlfriend.
I would say you two probably don't use that word either. I mean, that's just how you have to deal with that sometimes.
Yeah, it's like this game is played with.
Yeah. can you do me a favor? Can you look up the person who wrote this article and tell me how old they were at the time of that article writing?
Maybe. Let's see. Okay. Have age. On her LinkedIn. All right, we can take a guesstimation here. She was in university from 2007 to 2011. We can assume.
That she was 22 in 2011, so
Yes.
24 in 2013.
Yes.
I can't believe she was so out of touch already.
Yeah, that happened quick. I mean, look at us. We still know the cool slang.
Yeah.
And I'm
We're
35.
turned. That's a term, right? Did I use it even close to close?
What did you say?
Nope, I didn't use it at all. Close.
You're not 35.
I appreciate that it took until about nowish before someone was like, wait, hold on.
Well, I was trying to decide whether you really wanted your age discussed on stream, and then I decided to go for it. But I think you're about my brother's age, which means I'm pretty sure of how old you are.
Alright. Beauty/Butte.
That's what Steve Irwin says.
It's a beaut.
She's a beaut. You know what? That works because it doesn't just mean beautiful. This is a new addition to the term that it can also refer to something that's cool. And gators are. Actually, I guess crocodiles are cool in that particular instance. Whatever. Oh, this is one that we're all definitely gonna get because it's at all in our purview of what we've ever cared about. Duster or Dusty.
Isn't that an item of clothing?
We don't
It
stand a chance of
means-
defeating them.
It's used to refer to someone as
chances of
subpar
rescue are
when
slim
someone
to
does
none.
something dumb. As in, like,
And it's likely
did you
the
just send a
same for
private
all
tweet
time.
publicly? You're such a duster. Why you acting all dusty?
Oh, is that so? If you call someone a dusty bitch,
Is to never
then A, you would be the coolest person alive.
The reason why I knew we would get it is because it's originally a term used by hockey players to describe a player who didn't have much time and collected dust on the bench. And we all are very familiar with
tell you.
that most Canadian of sports.
Yeah. I know about as much
Yeah.
about hockey as I do about curling, which is that it is played.
I know more about curling than I do about hockey.
With all of their strength to fend off the unending waves.
I think it might be 50-50 for me. I think what I remember most about hockey is fighting.
Despite their efforts,
Which I don't think is
Hyrule
technically in the
remained
rulebook.
embroiled in a grueling battle.
You know,
Soldiers
we've been
stationed
through
within
a pretty
Hyrule
good bit of
Castle
this.
fled,
I'll save the rest of it
seeking
for
refuge in
next
the
time.
east, in the
Yeah, Tim needs to have some
impenetrable
fun with
walls
this
of
too.
Oculus Citadel. As guardians swarmed the perimeter, they held out hope and waited for help to arrive. Link and the others hurriedly made their way to the Citadel. Meanwhile, having reclaimed Varuta, Mifa and Sidon faced the enemy directly, forging ahead to the tower.
So what would you say the best sequel to Questioning Yahoo Answers is?
I don't know if we have that sequel yet.
Here we go!
That's the problem, is I think it's still being worked on.
Oh, okay.
But what is Yahoo Answers the best sequel to?
The Village Idiot?
I don't know, because I don't think the Village Idiot usually started with the Village Idiot going around to people and asking them what something meant, or like very dumb questions. I think the Village Idiot was the person who answered people who had questions.
Yeah, well, as you'll find out later when we do that segment for the last time ever, the answers are also very dumb.
Yes, yes.
It's really a case of the stupid leading the stupid, to paraphrase a phrase.
Paraphrasing
the phrase.
I tried to get cool things stuff today, and thank God.
I would say, I think Yahoo Answers is the worst sequel to learning things in school.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, it's the worst sequel to high school professors.
Ooh, is this the worst sequel to Ask Your Siblings, though? Because that could go either way.
That's true.
Depending on which sibling you asked, if you had multiple to choose from, it might be like Google versus Yahoo Answers.
I mean, like, I'm still questioning though, because like, you have to also consider the fact that you get out of high school and you still don't know anything. So like,
Oh yeah, you don't know anything important, but like, at least you know dumb math shit. Sort of.
so it's like the real world,
The real world is Google. It gives you the real
What's-
answers.
I guess the real question I'm asking is, what's the best sequel to high school?
Definitely not
to-
college.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Nope.
I mean, and like, I guess that continues to like, high school isn't even the best sequel to elementary school.
Don't listen to him, kids. Finish school.
Yeah.
Finish high school.
Do
Finish
it.
school. Yeah.
Finish high school and then think about what you want to do after that.
But, like, definitely finish high school, because things are
GED
a lot more difficult without it. Not from what you learn in high school, just because they're like, level of education, high school diploma.
Yeah.
Right.
They do accept GED.
Yeah, but then you have to go through all the stuff to get a GED.
I wonder how hard it would be to get a GED.
I mean, you're definitely not the right
Or I
level
guess
for it.
junior high, maybe?
Possibly impossible, because I know someone at the supermarket who is going for their GED and needed to get a job because of it. Not because of financial needs for the GED, but because there are requirements at the places that...
Oh, do you have to have a job to get a GED?
That's what it sounded like, but I'm considering the source and
That's
taking it with
absurd.
a
Yeah.
salt block.
Yeah, no, that can't be, considering that most places won't hire you unless you have, like,
Yeah.
the concept of a starter job is absurd. Entirely.
Yeah.
But also, what people consider to be starter jobs are all jobs that require a GED. Like,
No?
McDonald's isn't gonna hire you.
Yes, they will.
Well,
Well, okay.
I guess if you're still in school.
Yeah, I
But-
think if you try to get a job there and you are 35 and you don't have a GED or a high school education, that will probably make it significantly harder to get a job. But,
Harder, yes, but I'm pretty sure you can still interview into it considering immigrants.
oh yeah.
Not to say people who immigrate don't have the equivalent in their countries,
Yeah, but it's not.
in some cases they don't, and also it's not technically a GED or a high school diploma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course.
But yes, the idea of a starter job is completely bogus.
It's so dumb.
The idea of a starter job too is so dumb because it's like people are like, we think that this job is a job that people should have for a very small limited amount of time, and I will be very angry if the people at that job don't know what they're doing because they haven't been here for very long.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't.
I've decided your labor
I
is
just
unskilled,
love that-
even though that you can practice it to do it better.
I just love that in the last 2 years, I went from, and part of it is locations I was working at, from having people say, I just want to make sure you know that you can do more than this, to having people say, thank you for working here. I know you risk your life every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it like for me it went more from like,
Yeah.
are you going to go to management or like that kind of thing to just like, thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have any comments after that. Just, I guess all spots of this job are important, huh? And I'm like, yeah.
I think part of the problem is that to some people I look like I'm newly out of high school, and I don't see how, but whatever. So,
People are different.
yeah.
That's always been true.
So they want to make sure that I don't get stuck, you know,
We shall cover the
stuck in a
perimeter.
job that
And we'll
pays
join
when
you
I
as soon
could
as we
spend
can.
thousands and thousands of dollars on a college education that doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Sister,
is Tim?
we can do this.
That was
That really seems connected, and
Raidon, it's an honor.
that was so funny how like out of nowhere that
I'm
was
so
just, where
proud
is
that you
Tim?
come.
Well, I was
Remember,
thinking about who was in this group and how.
Only
I
one
mean-
of us has a college education.
Yeah.
And is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Absolutely
we're
not
50-50
using it at
Gentlemen
all.
Gank.
to focus on the fight ahead. You're ready for this, right?
And doesn't Tim have like 3?
Of course, sister.
only 2. He's not my brother.
Okay, that's fair. So, of the
Julian
4
is
members of
also
Gentleman's Gank, there are 3 degrees.
I guess? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. How
That's
many
a lot
people
of
are they spread
things.
over?
2. Unless you've got one that I don't know about.
Absolutely not.
I think I did more college than you did.
Did you do more than a year?
Yes. I got a certificate from community college so that I could transfer all my credits, and then I gave up. Years? As in calendar years? Yes.
I want man hours, but in the form of years.
Maybe 3?
Okay.
Because I think I did 2 semesters at KSU. They weren't full loads, per se. And I didn't finish the last one at all. Just kind of stopped showing up, but yeah.
Between your thing and Doc's one, that equals a 4-year degree.
I don't know if we have.
Oh,
one
you got your
yet.
degree in 4 years?
mine, and I'm like, doctor.
Glad that my wife probably has more schooling than all of us combined.
Yeah.
That is also exciting to go back. I don't think so for her, actually. I usually agree with that, but...
I wouldn't go back, I would go different.
Well,
like, there are things that I would be interested in doing as a career that would require specific education.
yeah.
I'm just not gonna go and be like, hey, let's take core classes for no reason, and
Yes.
then go and do this other thing, and then do this other thing, so I'm a well-rounded individual before you finally teach me my damn profession.
You go and you're like, I'd like to take a year of
I'd be like,
only,
I want these 7 certifications necessary to get this job. Cool. Killing a bunch of weak enemies.
that's a Warriors game.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. It is, very much power trippy. Yeah, that sounds dumb.
I like red team. You got it.
Did it also make you confirm it? See, that's even worse. If it would let you auto-input it, then that makes sense, but you're more likely to mess it up typing it in.
Right.
Do you have fun winning?
I'm definitely tired. Our puppy has been, like, I usually go to bed at about 1, and she hasn't let me fall asleep until a little after 2 because she keeps hearing something and then just looking it downstairs very loudly until we go downstairs with her to just show her that there's nothing in the room that she thinks that there's something in.
Well, that's because all of you going in there scared it away.
It's funny because she does the, like, indignant bark afterwards, and she's like, whoa, like she just like, got him. We're like, no. No, that didn't happen.
Well, because she got you all to scare it away.
Uh-huh. But it's so funny because, like, we'll turn the light on in a room that she thinks someone's in, and we'll, like, she will visibly be, like, walking around and looking for what it is, and just can't find anything. It's just like, well, I guess I showed them, and, like, walk upstairs and we're like, can we please not do this anymore? We really need to sleep. that Cat's not too bad, but like if he does anything that he's allowed to do, it's just like he's doing a bad thing. We're like, no, he's allowed to do that. She's like, no.
Well, I mean, you make rules for him. Why can't he?
I guess he's over here. And he was here first.
Sure.
Literally every possible reason that there could be is one of the reasons.
Well, since he was there first and you haven't brought in any pets since her, she doesn't really know who made which rules. So she's assuming you made some, and Stephanie made some, and Mr. Boy made some. So she's just trying to figure out what rules she can make.
Maybe there's none. And I wish she would learn that. 'Cause her rules are like, you can't get up on anything, including the towers that are made for you.
Hi, Lou.
It's just really
Like, you
funny
don't need
whenever
to
she
make
like
rules.
starts barking and we're like, yeah, he's supposed to be, he's allowed to be there. And she just looks at us like, what? I'm like, yeah, we told you that yesterday. And she's pretty much every day for the past week.
Maybe she wants to be on the tower. Have you tried picking her up and putting her on the tower?
I think she would be terrified. There's not a whole lot of room on there for her to stand, and I don't want her to like fall off. Not that it's very high up, but like.
I didn't say that you would just like let go and walk away.
Yeah, but I kind of want to do that one day. Just put her in the higher part of the tower and like have her time out.
Your poor dog.
Oh yeah, the poor dog that keeps us awake hours in the morning barking at absolutely nothing. How dare she have a little bit of discomfort with her day sometimes.
I'm not saying poor dog for being in time out. I'm saying poor dog for potentially falling off of something.
I mean, sometimes she jumps off of stuff that she shouldn't jump off of. Today she jumped off the like top of the couch. I assumed she was trying to get to the bottom, like, you know, to where you sit, except that she ran into my shoulder and just fell off the couch entirely from the top. I wasn't even moving, she just missed.
Right.
She's also escaped from our backyard, like, twice in the last... It was last week she escaped twice, and I don't mean into, like, the wilderness behind the house. I mean, I walked outside to find her, looked over into our neighbor's yard, and she was in there. And this is the neighbor that has multiple pit bulls. Which, I still can't tell if... Yeah, I can't tell if they want to be friends with her, and I can't tell if she wants to be friends with them. So they constantly interact through the fence, but she looks both... She's like, does the play bow that dogs do, and also looks terrified at the same time. Or they'll just like bark really, really loudly at each other. And then she'll like... There'll be times where she'll run over to them, right? And they're barking, and she's like trying to figure out what to do, and eventually she'll like bark back, and it goes like quiet for a second. And then they bark back at her, and she books it to the door to get back inside.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not quite sure if they're trying to be friends, and they're not quite sure if they're trying to be friends.
It's really weird, and like, you know,
nobody quite knows what's going on.
Yeah. Considering the fact that she was born 8 months into a global pandemic and it still isn't over yet, she hasn't had a lot of chance to meet other animals, so she also really doesn't know how to act around them.
Wow.
I mean, it took her forever to figure out what to do with a cat. Now she sees other dogs and she's just like, I don't understand. We tried to introduce her to Stephanie's family's new dog, who is a dachshund. And this was when he was like 10 weeks old, so he was very small. She was terrified of him. She like kept wanting to go meet him and kept going to like try to smell him when he wasn't looking, and if he turned around she would just like pretend she wasn't doing anything and just walk away very quickly.
Well, yeah, she wanted to meet him without him knowing it.
Yeah, basically. Her way of meeting people tends to be her running up to them, basically alerting them to the fact that she wants to meet them, and then running back to us and letting that person come over to us.
Because she's speaking.
She's just like, hello, I have alerted you that I want to be friends. It is time for you to put into the effort.
Potentially be friends, but I don't know if you're a threat. So I cordially invite you to my guard.
I don't even know if she thinks we're guards though, because she has never in her life looked like she was like more comfortable near us. Like when I say she runs back to us, it's really more of when people come over to the house, she meets them sort of in the door and runs to the couch, and we just happen to be near the couch. But, like, it's the couch every time, even if we're not next to it. I think she just likes it because she can sort of stand on it and be roughly eye level to the person.
Oh, okay.
So, because, like, whenever, like, she's having anxiety about something, like her brother being on the counter or anything like that, we'll, like, try to hold her and she's just like, no, do not touch. Nothing you do will stop me from being upset about this. And we're just like, we really need you to chill. Nothing is happening that matters. I think I would describe her as an anxiety attack in the shape of a dog.
Okay.
Alright, well. It's gotten to the point. I think it's time that
Organizing State Library?
The closing segment where we take a battle.
questioning Yahoo answers. Now, since this was the last one, my head here. Created a list.
Curated Yahoo.
That's right. And I figure since Kristin needs to leave early, so, as you might know, Yahoo users is shutting down, so there are no ones. So Kristin, as always, your questions are from the pregnancy and parenting section of Yahoo Answers.
Yes, because Gentleman's Gank is not a sex.
You're just the one who cares the most about kids. So.
I mean, that actually might be true. I don't know how much you care about kids.
Absolutely.
No.
Okay.
I'm not the person in this room who cares the most about kids.
Luke?
Luke.
Alright, so question 1. Why isn't my girlfriend pregnant yet?
Oh gosh.
Okay, I will admit, I am young and irresponsible. I'm 17, and after 5 months now of unprotected sex finishing inside her, she still hasn't missed a single period. Is one of us infertile? No, you are horrible.
Yeah.
You're horrible.
I like that this question is framed not as like, I'm worried about what's happening. It's more like, I have a hobby of having unprotected sex with my girlfriend and seeing if I can get her pregnant. Why hasn't it happened?
Yeah. Either she's very lucky or you're not having unprotected sex.
Yeah, see, here's the thing is like, whenever people say stuff like
Not
this...
all protection requires that it be on the man.
I think my favorite thing about these questions is whenever you, like, see it, you have to, like, take a second and be like, real quick, before I answer this, define unprotected sex for me. Because a lot of the time they'll be like, oh, it's like when you hold hands, and you're like, okay, that answers a lot about what this question is.
I'm assuming he means he doesn't wear a condom.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean she's not on birth control or edge.
Yeah.
Or dice haven't rolled that way yet, because it's actually a very, very small percentage, small chance.
Yeah, it's one of those very small chances, and every time that chance accidentally gets rolled, it's the most terrifying thing in the world.
Yep. I like the answers to this. Like,
I feel like I'm not going to.
you gotta slap the ass when you finish, otherwise it don't fertilize. Come on, brother.
That's the go button. That's how you start the oven. That's
Also,
the preheat button.
This other one. Luck equals Mola equals demon. Government is killing you with high frequency electricity. Theotokos, Virgin Mary gave prayers to Schema Nun Antonia on how to save the Lord invaders from hell. And this answer keeps going on, so...
It devolved by like the third word.
Alright, we'll go on to the next one. If I have taken 5 pregnancy tests, and they all came out negative, I am not pregnant, right?
Probably.
I just like this, because, like, you guys, I need to know. I've done this 5 times, and I've gotten the exact same response every single time. Does this mean what the thing means?
I appreciate it because I know that this question is being asked because of like anxiety over this kind of situation. And
This
it's
question is being
understandable.
asked, typed on the phone in a bathroom, waiting for 2 minutes for the 6th one to come out negative.
Yeah, but it's funny to me because like what answer is she going to get besides yeah, we're pretty, like, it's very likely that you're not pregnant. Like, no one's gonna be like, actually, I've already checked and you are pregnant. Because, like, how is anyone gonna have it, like, any information that, like, tells her she is?
I'm guessing somewhere in that comment chain, there's gonna be some jerk out there who's like, well, have you had sex? Then you really can't be sure.
Actually, there isn't. There's just one person that says, no, actually, you might be pregnant. Which I feel is fair, considering the kind of ridiculousness of the question. And I understand pregnancy test is not infallible. My pregnancy test is also technically not infallible. It's just extremely likely to be correct at that point, especially since they've taken them over multiple days.
I think, don't they have, I think they were like electronic pregnancy tests, and I think someone ripped one apart and ran Doom on it.
Yeah, that's right. I really like the top comment here, which is, luck equals small luck equals steam, and the government is giving you a high frequency like
Wait,
this.
what?
It's the exact same comment.
Yeah.
On two different...
Can you tell me real quick, is it by the same person or someone else?
Well, it's by Anonymous, so...
Okay. For no reason, no. I just need you to tell me, is there anything about sonic attacks in it? In the comment. In any of your ramblings.
I can't read that. Like, it's... Control F did not find Sonic.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, I need to know now. Let's see.
Are you looking up sonic attacks?
I have to do a character counter and not a character counter because half of the stuff is ghost-based. 9,815 characters in this one answer.
And none of those characters are Sonic?
Correct. Alright, moving on. Starving. Pregnant. Can't hold down food. What do I do? What do I do instead? I tried to drink Gatorade with spaghetti and threw it up, including Olive Garden 2 hours before that. Help! I'm almost 8 weeks as of a few days ago.
Try a different flavor of Gatorade with your spaghetti. Baby grape?
I just like the part where it's like, I can't hold down food, but I went to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Well, I found your problem!
Yeah.
Is Olive Garden bad?
I think it's sort of the same thing as saying, like, I'm having trouble with frequent diarrhea. I tried going to Taco Bell, and you're just like, okay, that certainly was not gonna fix the problem.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of people throwing up from Olive Garden.
Me neither, but I don't think Olive Garden is considered, like, a high quality food experience.
It's not.
Yeah. Well, that's just because people are like, it's a restaurant where you sit down. It's a sit-down restaurant, and that's not what it's supposed to be.
What is it supposed to be? I think you do sit down there.
I mean, okay, I guess sit down wasn't the right word. It's not a fancy Italian restaurant.
Yes.
And it gets utilized as one in meats.
There's two really good, one is you could try not eating and drinking garbage. And then the other one is luck equals ability equals demon.
Did someone just go to that page? It would just, like, this has to be like a bot or something.
Yeah, it has to be.
It must.
But a bot with what
Alright.
purpose?
Then, alright, so I found one on Reddit. It was on r/pull-up. And I had to say for this. Kristin,
Yes.
is it illegal to throw aborted fetus at people?
Depends on your state.
Fair enough.
And also depends on if you're throwing it at a white man.
Alright. I'm gonna read the actual post now. I didn't actually throw fetus at people, but when my girlfriend went to the abortion clinic to have an abortion there were Christians out the front and they were being really nasty and menacing, saying she's going to hell and that was she was a murderer and that they'd stop people like her one day. About a week later, I blended a raw chicken up and put it in a plastic bag and went inside the clinic early in the morning when it had just opened. I come out and I threw the chicken at the Christians and said, "If you love fetus so much, why don't you kiss this one?" Can I get prosecuted for this?
I think you should be considered a hero, actually.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good! I blended chicken! Oh,
Now, for the poster's safety, probably could, because, I mean, people at the beginning of the pandemic were getting arrested for threateningly sneezing at people claiming to have COVID. So you can probably get like an assault charge for throwing that.
Yeah.
but if you go to my house, you will receive a handmade medal.
All right.
You
I
did
think this is the.
well.
No, I have two more for you.
Okay.
Is it okay to asterisk inside a pregnant?
Wait, there's 3 asterisks?
There's 3, which is definitely ass.
Is it okay
So,
to ask
Is
inside?
it okay to ask inside a pregnant woman?
Oh wait, I know it, where it is supposed to be.
No, it's definitely like 3 asterisks is ass. Like that's the one.
It's
I think it's a word that starts with C.
No,
yeah.
it's definitely ass.
Stronger than before.
So Kristen, is it okay to ass inside a pregnant woman?
If she's okay with it.
I've outdone
Correct answer.
As long as you are 2 consenting adults.
Yep.
Which is also technically the answer to the other.
haven't yet reached my peak.
Which other
The one about the fetus?
one?
The one, the word that you think it is.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the actual one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless, you know.
Well, okay, I think when they say, is it okay, I think the question is, will they get double pregnant? I think that's what they're attempting to get
Okay,
at.
here's the thing about that though. Technically possible.
Hey,
That's technically a thing that can happen. You do not necessarily only release one egg, and one egg does not necessarily isn't like there are multiple stories of like girl goes, gets knocked up by one person, goes
real quick.
gets knocked up by another person at the same time, has 2 babies in her womb that are from different men.
Real quick, I'm getting an echo. I think both of your mics are on.
They are.
Okay.
I was answering questions. I thought I should have my.
No,
mic
that makes
muted.
sense. I think only that one section John was talking loud enough that it actually came through both, and I was like, wait, hold on, what happened?
He feels very strongly about women getting impregnated by 2 separate men.
First off, it's called getting
But-
double pregnant. So shut that down.
So I mean, technically, it's also possible to get double pregnant from the same person. Just,
I mean,
it can happen.
that's twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, no. This wouldn't. Is it Irish twins? I forget what the term for it is.
I think Irish twins is just 2 kids born within a year.
Right.
I think this would still be twins depending on the developmental stage of the first baby.
Can we get a Venn diagram of what types of twins there are and which of them overlap? Because if Irish twins are twins born or babies born within a year of each other, then regular twins count as Irish twins, and so would triplets.
Because I think it would still be twins, because I don't think you would be ovulating again while pregnant. Just like you don't get periods while pregnant. I mean, you can, but generally speaking.
I like the top comment, which is luck equals demon equals Moloch.
Like I don't.
So what I'm guessing is someone typed that comment sometime in the history of this particular category, and someone liked it so much they made a bot.
Yeah.
Either that or someone has
last
a lot of technical know-how and absolutely no idea how the English language works or what they want in their life, and made a bot to just explain all of that to anybody that could be forced to listen.
Last one. For Kristin. Will my baby drown if I drink too much water? I am pregnant.
Only if you also go drown.
Yeah, if you drink enough water to also drown.
I just mean drinking water won't cause the baby to drown, but I'm not gonna say that, oh, well, the internet said that I can't drown my baby by drinking too much water, so I'm gonna drink a lot of water and then jump in the ocean and not swim.
Yeah, I think it depends on where you drink the water, because if you're drinking in your kitchen, it's probably fine, but if you're drinking in the ocean as you are pulled under by a shark, then yes, your baby might also drown. Although, can babies drown? I don't...
Well,
because I don't think they get oxygen.
They're not breathing.
Yeah, they don't get oxygen
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah,
So I don't think water would fill their lungs.
true. They would just die after you died because
Yeah,
they can't.
okay, cool.
get-
So what we've determined is babies can drown, so you're good. So we're just gonna say
so-
babies can't drown and put no additional thought behind that sentence and hope no one does anything with it.
Yep. Alright, so I like the top comments on this one, which isn't the other thing, which I guess this one is the one thing that missed it. No, babies are excellent swimmers, so he or she will be getting tons of exercise, and then when you give birth to him or her, he or she will have a nice toned body that will make all the other babies either jealous or fall head over heels in love with him.
That's actually how Michael Phelps came out.
Yep.
I don't think I like the idea of a rift 10-day-old. I don't like the idea of a doctor going to like pull the baby and the baby just pulls him back and it's just like, oh, I don't like this.
Ah,
anymore.
you're not a fan of baby Chuck Norris. Got it.
Hmm. That
Alright.
could be in a Huffy. That entire concept of jokes could have been in a Huffington article
You're right.
from 2015.
So, tip for you. So,
Yeah.
I deleted most of the ones I had pulled out from you, but I have to say this one because it's the best one. Can an astrologer get a well-paid job at NASA?
Astrologer?
Yeah.
Which one is that? Is that?
That's horoscopes.
I thought it also referred to a different thing that isn't also astronomy, but I may be wrong.
It's pretty much like star signs and horoscopes.
Hey guys, sorry, I don't think we can rock it off right now. Mercury is in retrograde, and it's gonna cause some atmospheric disturbances.
But no, Mercury, like, if someone using actual
Like, yeah, but Mercury's-
astronomy being like, no, retrograde means this other thing, and Mercury's not in it.
Actually, Mercury can't be in retrograde. That's just not. Disclaimer: no fucking nothing about stars.
Nope, not a thing.
But I like the top comment on this one as well. Is you will never get a well-paid job anywhere.
Yeah. I was really hoping you were gonna be like, the top comment here is luck equals semen equal.
Alright. So, Tim had science and mathematics. Dom, yours was entertainment and music,
Yeah.
which I discovered has a polls and surveys section.
Oh.
So, Dom, what's the last thing that didn't exactly steal your heart?
What?
The last thing that didn't exactly steal your heart?
What could that possibly mean?
Like,
In what context? Like, I know what category we're in, and I don't know what the hell they're fucking, like, asking me. I just say, like, what's the last thing you listened to that was good, but, like, meh?
Yeah, basically. Or like, I guess just not amazing. So, the top answers here are the dinner my aunt bought for me and my family, the Chinese takeaway I had last night, Funko Pops.
Funko Pops was the last thing that didn't steal that person's heart?
Apparently. Didn't exactly.
I mean, 2021, I don't think they steal anyone's heart anymore.
Alright. Moving on. Entertainment and music. Subtype horoscopes. What is Jesus Christ's zodiac sign?
That's a great question. Let me, hold on, I have to pull up the zodiac chart.
And then look at the year 0.
Well, no, because it's just by, like, date. No, I don't want...
Oh, you seriously can do Christmas?
Well, the problem is he wasn't born in Christmas. I just want the dates.
Yeah,
What the...
agreed.
He wasn't born on Christmas.
I'm really sorry to tell you this, but the church actually sucks and just stole a bunch of other holidays.
I mean, I know that, but do we know when he was actually born?
No, but I hope that it was between October and November, because then he'd be a Scorpio, and Scorpios are considered assholes generally, and that would just be the funniest possible.
If I remember correctly, he was largely considered to be born early summer, late spring.
Okay, what is the spring to summer cutoff?
Question. I'd say like the top comment here actually says that it's most likely either an Aries, Taurus, or Gemini.
Interesting. Yeah, March, April, May. I guess that's mostly, those three are like mainly spring now.
Yeah.
I just like someone going online and asking about astrological signs of very, like, just thousands of years old people, just being like, hey, what do you think Buddha's star sign was? And people are like, I don't know. Does that matter? Man, I really need to, like, I need to find and watch that anime of Jesus and Buddha hanging out. Because that...
Oh, yeah.
The one where, like, he ends up making friends with the mafia guy in prison.
Alright, moving on. Subcategory television. Amazon is spending $500 million to make one season of Lord of the Rings. Thoughts?
Yeah, thoughts are, how do you spend more money to make one season of that show than was spent on the entirety of the trilogy?
Yeah.
Probably can't take advantage of New Zealand again. Sorry, was that rhetorical?
It was, but also the amount that they are spending is ridiculous. Like, more so than just we can't take advantage of one specific place.
By one specific place, you mean the place where the whole thing was filmed?
Yeah, just film it in different shows.
I mean, to be fair...
They get it different places, like, it's
like... Yeah, most of it should be on Middle-earth.
Yeah, like, they don't need Helm's Deep again.
Yeah.
I don't know what the TV show is going to entail, but I don't think it will require the Shire.
If that would would be amazing if they had the Shire and they went through like how golf was invented.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only part. Like, I
That's
want
the only thing I would care about.
Yeah, I want, like, honestly, I want a Lord of the Rings show that is, like, comedy, and that it is, like, I want them to, like, mention a thing, and then the camera cut to when that thing happened, like, 80 years ago, for, like, literally 6 seconds, and then cut back to present time.
Yeah.
Like, I just want, like, really, like, dumb comedy like that. Like, I don't want anything serious. But they spent $500 million or whatever, so it's just gonna be 90% CGI.
Well, and sex.
That's right, it was going down Unity.
But who's it about? Do we know anything about it? Is it fucking Fingolfin or whatever the fuck his name is?
It's the second age. It's mostly about Numenor.
Didn't it get canceled though?
I don't remember which one Did we just discuss him?
We didn't talk about
Okay, cool.
because it takes place after the Civil War. I mean, I guess it takes place at the very end of the Civil War. And they're like, hey, by the way, we're gonna make the island for games. Elrond's brother gets to go there.
Nice.
Alright, last one for you. In, subcategory television, further subcategory drama.
Oh boy, this is a
Did
thing I know a lot
Star
about.
Trek rip off Star Wars?
Asking the real questions here.
I love this question because the answer is no in literally 800 senses. like no, because it is not the same type of entertainment. No, because it's not even the same medium, like TV versus movie. Let's see. No, because it came after Star Trek came first. Right? Or did it?
I don't remember.
Star Trek came out in 64,
Cool. When did
and
Star Wars come out?
came out in 76.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as expected. Okay, so Star Wars also came out afterwards, so it didn't. Also, nothing about, like, even the ship designs are anywhere close to the same thing.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
I do think Star Trek would be better if Picard could use the Force, though. But only Picard.
But only Picard?
And no one else can know about it, so he has to keep it secret. Their droid designs aren't even remotely similar. One of them's just a human man in Star Trek.
Yeah, just a human that they painted gold. Or
Not even
tan,
gold.
I guess.
Yeah, they painted painted him with like the off-white of like pale skin color. And then he has a brother played by the exact same character with the exact same makeup.
And their father is also played by the same actor.
Wait, really?
With different makeup.
I actually didn't know that.
Which is why those episodes are hilarious, because they're like, let's just have one actor play 7 roles.
I do know Data's brother has the best line of the series, though, when he says, "Are you prepared for the kind of death you deserve, little man? Or the kind of death you've earned?" It's just like, what the fuck? I have no idea what the context for it, but every time I see just that image, I'm just like, yep, this is a good show.
I like the top comment, which is marked as favorite answer. 4 stars. Star Wars ripped off old pirate movies, and it was about the Vietnam War. It's not
Was
even
it?
close to being true.
Because I was pretty sure it ripped off the hero story. And like,
Yeah, well,
a lot of like, I think
it ripped
samurai
off
movies?
samurai movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ripped off samurai movies, and if I remember correctly, it was based off of World War II footage.
Yes.
Not Vietnam.
No.
So, like, it's just completely wrong.
What's funny, or what's sad to me, is that like, it is based on like samurai movies, but it's not based on like, it doesn't include the thing that like, so many samurai movies have, which is the whole like, the final like, stab has like, like huge buckets of blood spurting out. Because that's a thing, because it like it helps break the tension that has been building up for the entire like film. And man, I just wish for one, like at the very end of every movie, someone gets stabbed by a lightsaber and then there's blood, but only that time. And it's never explained why there's no blood every other time.
Instead of what we actually have, where they explain why there's no blood, but there's never a stab with blood.
Yeah, they're just like, Master, how come when we stab people with our laser swords, there's no blood? And like, that's because of the CGI budget. Like, it's not because it cauterizes. Like, sure, that works too, but like, really, it's just because we don't have enough money for that.
No.
Have you seen these spaceships?
Too much.
Actually, that's one of the cool things about the Star Wars spaceships is they're used. They're not brand new.
Yeah.
They made ships that look like they've run the gauntlet.
I guess the only ships that look relatively new in those are always the like Imperial, like Star Destroyer, kind of like all of the like that kind of thing. Like they look fairly flawless because like, and like I don't know why, but that just makes it like it makes those ships feel more evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like that's a big thing of the realism about Star Wars is that the ships are dirty. The ships are, I mean, like you said, not the Imperial ones, but
yeah,
the others.
I don't have time to clean. I do. Spend a lot of time cleaning.
Same.
Alright, moving on. These are, for me, I'm in games and recreation. Subcategory video and online games. For all of these, I think, yes. All of these are for video games and online games, so it'll be interesting. With the impending shutdown of Yahoo Answers, will man's quest for knowledge cease? Yeah, that's definitely about video games.
Also, love the implication that man's quest for knowledge started with Yahoo and not beforehand.
I mean, really,
Next battle's on me.
it's a false premise. Man has stopped questing for knowledge ages ago.
Yeah, men stopped questioning for knowledge about the time we invented Yahoo Answers.
Not because Yahoo Answers solved that problem.
Yeah, it's because we quested for bullshit instead of answers at that point, or instead of knowledge.
Alright, I really like one of the comments on here because it's another bot. I also hate this comment. Because it's, first vaccine shuts off your immune system. Second vaccine gives you diseases. Third vaccine puts your immune system back and it will start fighting the diseases and will cause death.
What?
What?
And then, fucking, like,
Isn't that even a third vaccine?
5,000 more characters. Yeah, I know.
One of my favorite posts I saw was someone responding to the whole vaccines put a tracking chip in you. He's like, no, you idiots, you don't understand. The vaccine removes the tracking chip that the government put in you.
Yeah. This is your one chance.
Yeah, I love the concept that, like, the only way to beat a conspiracy theorist is to like, Uno reverse an even more ridiculous conspiracy theory onto them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's... There's a story about that.
Yeah, I remember you.
Where an anti-vax doctor.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
The doctor wasn't anti-vax.
Yes,
No, the doctor
patient
was.
was.
But like,
Yeah,
the patient
the
was,
doctor
and
was like,
his response was like, have you considered that the anti-vax
was actually started by the government.
Yeah, like
was actually started by the Russians and the Chinese in order to
like weaken our population.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the idea of, like, I don't want the vaccine because it'll kill me. And he's like, actually, the vaccine, or the anti-vax movement is a Russian psyop. What an incredible turnaround.
Alright. Next one. Video and online games. Are there people who have gotten COVID after vaccines?
Yeah, about not necessarily about 5%, but I believe it's only 95% effective.
Yeah.
Is this about the pandemic game? Didn't know they added a COVID update. That's cool. I haven't actually checked the numbers.
Kind of would
so I don't
be,
know if
and
they
also would kind of be sick. Like,
especially considering they already did the opposite of that, where they made a game where you fixed the world and also donated money. If they afterwards were just like, actually, let's put COVID in the game too.
yeah. Like I said, I mean, on the one hand, great business move to do it, but also, it would be kind of sick.
To put COVID into the game?
Yeah. Alright, let's go to an actual.
What now?
Does it annoy you when people refuse to play a game because they hate the graphics? First of all, no. It doesn't. And I don't know why it should. Like, there are some games that just I don't care how good it is if it looks like shit.
Listen, there are some anime I love that I don't recommend to people because they're from so long ago that I understand how difficult it is to get into.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Heck, there's like the reason I don't watch.
Naruto?
Not longest.
No, that's Bleach. No,
That's
I
One
think
Piece.
maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say I think One Piece has a
It's
beat.
gotta be One Piece since One Piece is still going. It's the only one that's still going.
The only manga in the world that's still going.
The only one. Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, that just ended and it was apparently a really bad ending and everyone hates it. I'm very proud of them for doing that.
But like, I don't watch Attack on Titan because the first season came out and I was like, this looks like shit and I can't get into that.
Yeah, I didn't like the graphic style in general.
Like,
I mean, the
oh,
Titans.
how could you?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the Titans showed up. Like, I didn't watch any, but I did not like the style. Then I saw pictures of the Titans, and I'm like, oh, this is worse. I don't know how you did that. You somehow, like, one downed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with people not making something that's graphic. It's like,
I don't mind people not getting into it, but the fact that they said refuse to play, it sounds like they won't even, like, look at it, give it a try.
Yeah, I think, like,
at
I
least
would say...
try. Just because it's old graphics doesn't mean it's bad graphics.
he's specifically mentioning, like, his brother won't do it. Because his brother sees him play Skyrim.
Oh.
That's wild, because Skyrim doesn't even look that horrible.
He wants, like, Battlefield 5 graphics.
But, you know, he probably just wants Battlefield 5 graphics and gameplay.
Probably.
Make your brother play games with RPG mechanics.
But like, I completely understand because like, I've read some really good books that I got tired of part through, and I had like not enough time to actually finish it. So I looked up a audiobook for it, and it was like the worst voice for this person ever. And I couldn't finish the book because of that. Because the aesthetics of this was just like, it's horrible.
Oh well, the voice like is important for an audiobook.
Yeah, well, graphics are important for a game.
Yeah. Graphics are important for a visual medium. Who knew?
Like, what was it? My sister was listening to a Harry Potter, and this one, like, there was she had listened to like the first 3 books already, and they were really good. And then the 4th one, so she was the voice actor. And Hermione did Harry. Oh, Harry.
They made her French?
Yeah, and like disgusting voice. And we didn't listen to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because it's horrible.
In a, like, the only times I've had something like that like gave me that sort of like anger is like in Yu-Gi-Oh, the TV show. One of the characters that was like fairly liked disappeared for a bit in the show, and then when she came back, no, My Valentine. And she had a new voice actress, and they like wrote her differently suddenly, and suddenly she started saying the word hun all the time to everyone, and just like did not sound like absolutely nothing like her character was, and we were just like, what the fuck happened?
That's terrible.
It's like, it's wild whenever a character like changes where they are from in the world, or like what dialect even they have. And you're just like, that's not, you can't just do that midway through a show or a book or anything.
Yeah. All right. The last one for all time. If I play Roblox, can I tell people that I'm a gamer?
I mean, I think you could read audiobooks and tell people you're a bookworm.
Yeah. And that's almost the same. I'm like the, I have played Roblox about 3 times before, but I won't call myself a gamer.
Oh, so it's
Go
not
for it.
I play Roblox daily, it's I have played it a couple of times. Am I a gamer? I saw Mario once. You know what? I think we should have more concrete, like, requirements before you're allowed to call yourself a gamer. Because it can't be, I have played a game, because that's not enough. Anybody has played a game.
So,
I've played
so it's
Solitaire.
like being knighted?
Yeah.
You can't... Yeah.
So, like,
You
I
can't
think...
be like Sir Dominic unless you know,
So like, okay.
become knighted by the queen.
Let's think about, like, what requirements would make a gamer, besides a number of uses of racial slurs in a day.
Damn it!
Yeah, I know. I know that gets rid of every Twitch streamer.
Oof.
Yeah, we can be done. That was my whole joke. I just wanted to get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, when you're done with this one, we should end it.
Oh, the one that I just started.
Shit.
Literally, I'm on the loading screen.
Is it possible for you to back out?
Not on the loading screen, but I can back out once we get into the thing.
Okay, yeah. Just, I mean, I don't have any more things to talk about. We're already down 1 person, and we're about to be down a second.
Yes, and that person needs to go down and sleep.
Yes, yeah. You're going down.
For, what, 3 hours?
Basically, yeah.
Yay. Well, thanks everyone for coming. See you next time.
Thanks everyone for assing.
What?
That's what the
What?
3 asterisks means, right? Ass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone for assing. We got there! We did it! We made the joke! Everyone figured it out.
Ugh.
The fuck was
Bye.
it?
Bye.
There we go. Now I can say bye.
Bye.
Bye.